All right, now we have the markets up big following that 50 basis point Fed rate cut. And these guys, they're going to cut 2 more times this year. And we're going to start the new year off with interest rates down 1%. And they're likely going to be cutting rates all next year. Now, in my opinion, this probably wasn't the right thing to do because we never saw deflation happen. Home prices went up, commodities, they're still going up. And the only deflation you really saw was in people's bank accounts, people's pockets. Now, inflation is going to be going back up again because commodities, they're rising again. Now, the Dow, it's up more than 500 points. And we've hit Dow 42,000. We're going to hit the Dow 43,000 likely before the election. Now, nothing but good news. Now, we had the weekly unemployment claims come in, and they actually dropped by 12,000 to a 4-month low to 219,000. Now, we also had continuing claims. They dropped by 14,000 to 1.824 million. Now, the layoffs, they continue. The factories, they continue closing up. But regardless, none of those numbers, they're hitting the weekly unemployment claims or the monthly jobs numbers. Now, perhaps they revised these numbers down 6 months from now like they did for the last year. Who knows? And we also had the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, and that was actually a mixed bag. We had new orders tumble, and we had shipments plunge, but we had a number of employees soar. And you add all of that up, and this metric actually turned up. Now, the Philly Fed had turned down in their last report. It's actually been the only manufacturing index to shine across the country this year. So good news there. Now, they're going to continue pumping these markets, and many economic reports, they're going to come in, they're going to be great. And again, they're going to put lipstick on this pig. They're going to make you believe that this is the best economy ever, and at least up until the election. Now, after the election, they're not really going to care. So you're going to see a lot of the crises that have been swept under the rug come to the surface. Now, again, inflation, that's not going away. And over in the commodity sector, we have oil turning up. Now, there's a good bet we may have a hurricane and possibly a strong hurricane sometime next week in the Gulf of Mexico. And oil's going to have to be closely watched because all it takes is a category 3 or higher. Head to that refinery row, and we're going to be talking about $80 plus oil. And that's just going to tack on some of the rises that we're seeing in commodities. Now, we have gold hit a brand new all-time high today, 26.16 earlier. Now it's pulled back some. We also had silver up. Silver's over $31 an ounce. But the biggest news is probably copper. Copper's been up 25 cents a pound in the last 2 weeks. And right now we're sitting at $4.34 a pound. And chart-wise, I could see copper hitting $4.50 a pound in the next month. Now the agricultural commodities, they're pretty much mixed. Now this is great news that the market is up. That's going to help a lot of people. That's going to help put money in their pockets. The 401ks, they'll be flush. And the mutual funds, they'll look great. But again, 50% of this nation is not in stocks. And the Dow going up 500 points in a day, 1,000 points in a week. That's not going to help the worker at your grocery store. That's not going to help them pay their electric bill. So it's great news, and we can applaud this market going up. But this market going up is in no way a reflection of the real economy. And again, the layoffs, they continue. The bankruptcies, they continue. The debt continues to pile up. And we're going to be facing a myriad of crises in a few weeks. And don't forget, it looks like the government is probably going to be shut down for an extended time. This quick stock market commentary, please like and subscribe.